What is going on, guys? It is the next day. The engine bay is fully done. I took the plastic off. Everything is clear coated and it looks pretty damn good. The RTV on the diff cover has dried, so we're going to slap the diff onto the subframe and then we'll be putting the subframe in. I have all the bushings inside of it, and here's the solid diff bushings. I did power wash the front cross member and everything on it. I degreased it and we'll hopefully put this in today as well. I just got the call from the machine shop that my engine was done and I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. But I think today that we're going to put the brake booster in with the brake pedal. I just put fluid in the diff, but I don't have enough, so I have to run and go get some more. I don't really feel like putting fluid in while the diff is in the subframe underneath the car because it's kind of a pain in the ass. So it is the next day. I'm gonna head to AutoZone right now and get the diff fluid, and I'm gonna get engine assembly lube. The diff is now filled with fluid and we got the diff attached to the subframe. We got it bolted in. Now the next step is we got to move the subframe under the car and bolt it in. But I think before we put the subframe in, I want to put the clutch pedal and the master cylinder in, just because I bought this bolt from the hardware store right here, only because on the clutch pedal one of the studs that bolts to the master cylinder snapped, so I had to replace the bolt and drill out the stud that was broken. While I was putting the diff in the subframe, Maddie was painting the windshield wiper arms, I guess I would call them, and they look pretty good. Yeah. Good job. Alright, so we got the ISR Willwood T56 master cylinder that we're going to attach, and then we're going to attach the clutch pedal right now. So we just bolted down the clutch pedal. I'm going to put the master cylinder in now. So we got the entire clutch pedal assembly in, and the master cylinder, all bolted down. The little pin with the cotter pin is in the clutch pedal and brake pedal. We got the brake booster and master cylinder connected as well. The brake booster comes with a gasket for the firewall. I totally forgot to put that on, but whatever. I have no idea what this little bracket and hose is for. I'm assuming it's for the ABS, but I'm not going to be running ABS. I deleted all of that. Maddie's paint job on the wiper arms looks good, but it does look a little funny because this is like freshly painted and this is all faded out, but whatever. We also got the throttle pedal in. That's all connected. All three pedals are connected and I'm super happy about that. We can't put the rear subframe in tonight because I have to go to the hardware store to get the nuts that bolt up into the subframe so it can hold itself up. But we are going to put the front cross member and everything else in today. Now I just finished putting the front cross member in. It was only 4 bolts that connect to these little brackets on the frame rails. So I didn't end up finding those 4 nuts for the subframe to bolt in, but I did put in the e-brake and I attached the cable on the bottom. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but if you can see them hanging there, there's a couple studs that are connected to the underside of the car that bolt in, and I connected those as well. But it's getting pretty late. It's 1 a.m. right now. I'm going to close up the garage and continue this tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. What's going on, guys? It is the next day. I did end up finding one of the nuts that holds up the subframe, but I have to get 3 more. So I'm just going to get all 4 brand new ones at the hardware store. We're going to go right now. Maddie is coming over and we're going to take a trip up to the machine shop to pick up my engine. I'm so hyped. We're not going to start anything on the engine rebuilding today, only because I don't have all the necessary parts that I need yet. I still have to buy them and then wait for them to come in. We'll probably start the rebuild process on the engine in about a week or 2. The only front suspension parts I need are the tension rods and the Nismo power brace that I'm buying, and then obviously coilovers, and then I can swap to the 5-lug and then put the rotors on and then put the Z32 calipers on. We're gonna head to the hardware store now, get those nuts, and then go to the machine shop and pick up my engine. So we just got back from the machine shop. I got my block and it's super clean. Came with the crank, the main caps, and the cam, but I can't put it together just yet because I don't have the main cap ARP studs yet, nor do I have a piston ring filer, I think they're called. So I'm just gonna send the pistons and the rings to the machine shop. Again, with the block, so they can do the proper measurements and file down those piston rings. And then once the piston rings are filed down, then we can go get those from the machine shop and start putting the block together when I get the studs for the main caps. So we just got back from the hardware store. I wanted a flange nut, but they didn't have any in the size that I needed, so we just got the regular nut and we're going to use a washer with it. So I got the subframe basically jacked up. It's having a little bit of trouble going in, but I just have to aim everything up correctly and just work with the car. It's a very tedious process, but you just have to stay patient. Well, I did end up getting the subframe completely in, which I'm super stoked about. Every bolt and nut and whatever else is all torqued down under there. And now I'm going to put the control arms on with the axles. So we got the lower control arm bolted in and the axle bolted in as well. Now I'm going to do the other side. Well, that did take longer than expected, but we got both lower control arms and both axles connected, and I'm super pumped about that because that is just one step out of the way. I'm going to get the Pro Series ISR kit that has the traction rod, upper control arm and tow rod, and the tension rod. And obviously I need a good set of coilovers, so I'm going to choose the BC Racing BR Series coilovers. That's about $1,500 and just suspension, so it's going to take a while just to get the suspension parts. So the car is going to look like this for a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is put the dash bar in. I was going to take it and get it powder coated, but I just don't really have the money right now because I'm putting all my money into my engine. So we're just going to put it in as is. So we got the dash bar fully mounted in, and I have the dash over here. It's uncracked, it just needs a good cleaning. I think tomorrow we're going to make that dash plate thing that holds in the switch panel and the gauges. But I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. It's about 12 o'clock at night right now, so stay tuned for the next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.